Hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barrington. I'll be get going here momentarily. Look at the cloud cover there over downtown Mobile. All right, so getting things all set up. Once again, I'm meteorologist Matt Barrington. I hope you're having yourself a good start to your Saturday. You probably woke up to the sound of thunder at your house, or maybe just the heavy rain falling on your roof. Had a line of storms that have moved on through. We still have a little bit of rain left over. That line is now over in the Panhandle. And then there's some rain behind all that. You'll see that here. I'm going to kind of scooch out of the way. There's the main line. So around Pensacola now, going up towards Jay and Evergreen. And then there's a kind of a break here. And then there's some more rain back here off to the west. I know a lot of if you have some things going on this morning, maybe a soccer game or something like that. I know my kids have soccer games coming up in just a bit. There will be some light rain, so make sure you have some rain gear with you as you go out to watch the soccer games, have an umbrella and that sort of thing. So, in fact, I'm going to text my wife because if I don't tell her that before she leaves, I will be in trouble. So make sure everybody has some rain gear in case you start getting any rain while you are out there at the soccer fields or whatever else you're doing here this morning. So that's what we're dealing with. Let me get you zoomed down. Heaviest rain right now in and around Pensacola over towards Gulf Breeze, Navarre. A lot of lightning still with us, although it is beginning to wind down a bit, which is good to see. Not as much lightning as there was, say, half an hour ago with this storm. But still some heavy rain here falling in the Panhandle, basically everywhere in the Panhandle right now, getting some heavy rain. Let me use my clicker here and just move around a little bit. So now moving into Jay, Munson, Allentown, steady rain there. Don't worry, folks. So we're going to be talking about a tropical system. I'll get to that here in just a second. But first, I want to let folks know what it's like as they step out the door dealing with this rain that is falling. And one last line here. This is that last line I'm talking about. So, like I said, you got a soccer game, T-ball game, something like that going on here this morning. There will be some light rain. No lightning in this, so that's the good news. In fact, let me cut back over this camera shot because this looks off to the west. So you can see that line of rain off to the west there of downtown Mobile. And actually getting some wave action there in the clouds. Pretty looking shot right there of the showers here. We were looking west here, and you could see the cloud tops there of this rain that is moving on through. So this is all part of a front that's coming through here this morning. It'll sweep through later on this morning, and things will begin improving. The Futurecast shows that. So we had this last bit of rain. It'll probably come through around lunchtime, but most of it's really light, and a couple of scattered light showers around this afternoon, and that's it. So we're getting through the worst of this morning. Things will improve after that. It looks good for tomorrow. Your Sunday looks really nice. By late this afternoon, things will be fine. So we just got to get through that rough weather here this morning. And then the tropics. Okay, I know this is the part that a lot of folks are waiting on here this morning. So we are watching this area. You can see 90% for the National Hurricane Center. It's going to develop. This will become Zeta, Z-E-T-A, Zeta, the 27th named storm of the year, second all-time to 2005 when we had 28 named storms. So likely to tie that record or break it. We get a couple more storms here, but this one will become the 27th named storm. It'll become Zeta. I know it seems late in the season, but down here in the Caribbean, this water is still rocket fuel. It's still really hot. So this is a good area for development at this time of year, and we think it's going to develop. So here we go to Monday at around lunchtime. This is the American, the GFS model, and just kind of in moving into the southern Gulf there sometime late on Monday. There's Tuesday at lunchtime, south central Gulf of Mexico. And then I want you to notice this. Look at that pink, that's ice in Texas, snow back in New Mexico. That's a cold front. So this is where things are going to get really interesting here with this system, which will become Zeta, is because it'll be running into that front. That front's going to be sweeping on down. It's going to grab this and start to pull it off to the north. The thing here is how strong will it be when it does that? Because as soon as it gets absorbed into a cold front, it's going to begin to weaken. The GFS keeps it as a fairly moderate storm. I'm going to show you the European model here in just a second. European model keeps it a stronger storm, likely a hurricane. So here's what we're looking at. Wednesday at noon, this would be bringing some rain into our area, especially later in the day on Wednesday. That'd be midnight so early Thursday morning, getting dragged into this cold front and then dragged across our area as we go into Thursday. That's Thursday around lunchtime. So heavy rain, a real possibility Wednesday on a Thursday. That's the American model. I'm going to show you the European model. And guess what? It shows exactly the same track here. Almost exactly the same. The difference here between the European model and the American model is it really cranks this system up. It gets it going. It gets it turned into a hurricane real quick. So the European model shows a stronger system, but it shows a similar track. And look, there's that cold front again. That's Tuesday at lunchtime, South Central Gulf, just like we saw in the American model. There's the cold front. Going to come over and grab it and start pulling it up to the north. Now the center, similar like I said to the American model, is going to, this model is going to bring it somewhere into Louisiana. And look at all that moisture being dragged into our area, then continues to get dragged into our area through the day on Wednesday, and then even into parts of Thursday as well. So they show, our two main models show a very, very similar setup, that we'll get a tropical system to the northern Gulf Wednesday into Thursday. And they show the cold front picking it up and dragging it through our area. Now, none of this is written in stone at this point. We'll have to kind of wait through all this and see what happens. But it's a real possibility here for us in the middle of the week to get some heavy tropical downpours, obviously some gusty winds. Obviously the Gulf is going to be churned up. We'll have rip currents and that sort of thing. So there's going to be a lot to go through with the next week. We are not done with tropical season. Tropical season is not done with us. Real possibilities of getting tropical impacts coming into the middle of next week with this system. So once again, I'll back this up here. This is, back it up here. Central Gulf, this is Wednesday at noon, showing it somewhere in the northern Gulf near Louisiana. And once again, we try to tell this all the time, don't get too focused on that center. Because one thing, this is just a model. It's going to shift around some for sure. But the other thing is that front is going to be picking it up and dragging it through the area. So that means the rain eventually is going to get over to us. Even if it goes and makes landfall way to the west of us, it's going to drag rain over our way. The best thing that could happen is if all these models start shifting things farther to the east. If it starts shifting things farther to the east, we end up on the dry side of everything. The front picks it up before it gets here. That would be the best scenario. We'll see if that can happen. I hope so. I mean, we don't want to deal with this. So, it's just what we're going to have to deal with. I mean, we have a possibility of a tropical system in the middle of next week. I say possibility, keep in mind, once again, a little bit of a nudge to the east, and we may be able to escape it, but none of the models are really showing that right now. There's more showing into our area. All right, so obviously today we got the rain. The heaviest of it's already passed by for most of us, except for Florida Panhandle. Rest of the day, light scattered showers. Sunday looks good, Monday looks good, and then here comes the rain possibilities here with Zeta, what will become Zeta. Get used to saying it, it's going to be out there. And then the good news, there is some good news here. That front I'm talking about that's going to pick Zeta up and drag it through our area is going to be a charged up front. You saw it had ice and snow back towards Texas. So we're going to really cool off as we head into the Halloween weekend. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we don't drop down to lower 40s on some of these mornings. It's going to be a true, real deal cold front. So we're going to go through tropical downpours, and the next day it's going to feel like beautiful fall weather. It's the craziness that can happen here in late October. So tropical season not done with us yet. Going to have to deal with that, but great weather here as we head into Halloween. All right, so once again, for everybody that's just joining, we obviously have that rain that we're dealing with right now. The main line is pushed over into Florida, so that's where the main line is at. Still some pretty good rain along the coastline and Gulf Shores, back towards Dauphin Island, you're getting a light to moderate rain. And then we got this little secondary line, which doesn't have lightning in it, which is good for now. But there's definitely some light rain, so if you're going to be out and about, like I know I'm about to head out to the soccer fields in a little bit, and I'm about to grab one of my Fox 10 jackets here to try to keep dry with this rain going to be some rain going to be falling out there. So that's how it looks out there. Once again, we'll be tracking that what will become Tropical Storm Zeta. I think it becomes at least a depression by later today, okay, and probably becomes named by later today. So we'll be keeping an eye on all that for you. I'll be on Fox 10 News tonight. I think we have a World Series game, so we'll be on late here tonight. So if you don't stay up for that, I get it. Come back here with us tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I'll show you all the latest models with all this stuff. Have yourselves a great day. Enjoy your Saturday, such as it is, and we will catch up with you later. Bye now.